All right, everybody. This is CBSI Presents Tales from Flipside number 104. We have two guests today at the bottom here. It's Super Bowl Monday, so a lot of people called off. I mean, this is our work. So I'm Deno, Wax Packs Chaser. Make sure you follow me, boys. We're gonna have a good one tonight. Introduce yourselves.
What up, guys? McClay. I am always making fun of these guys because they're dealing with the freezing cold, and I'm out here in Arizona, and it's gonna hit freezing tonight in Arizona. So,
do you even own a sweatshirt?
What's that?
You even own a sweatshirt?
No.
Yeah.
I own one jacket.
You're looking at his sweatshirt.
One jacket.
Yeah.
I'm Mike Morello Tunes. I do the cover tunes articles on CBSI and the myriad of things on Toy Informer, Star Wars articles, and Mike's Closet. And we hit 75 degrees today in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nice, dude.
So we'll take your summer for you. You take our winter for us.
Yeah, let's flip it.
Nice.
And what's going on, everybody? It's Pete Renna. I'm writer at CBSI, do the Dollar Bin Digging, Usual Suspects, and the Wizard Rewind. And also, over at Toy Informer, do a couple of things like the Catch a Wave Transformers and Vintage Market Watch. And I don't even know what it was today. It was kind of chilly up here in New Jersey. So, I don't know. Screw you guys. Arizona weather.
Yesterday, it was like 40, 50 in Michigan, so that's not terrible. I mean, all the snow melted, so I went back-to-back days at 40, so...
All right, then I'm with you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Not bad for up there. You could be negative right now.
Yeah. You know, it's supposed to be, it's a snow, dude. We haven't had that much snow, so I'm thankful.
Well, let's get it out of the way. Did you guys get your picks right for the Super Bowl?
I didn't care, honestly.
You guys all picked
I didn't either. I didn't bet. Yeah. Although it didn't look like it was going to go that way for a while. It certainly didn't.
My dad's a 49ers fan. And I feel so bad for him because, you know, I don't feel bad for him because he went through the 80s being a 49ers fan. So I don't feel bad for him.
Just fine.
We were watching the game, and I got to be honest, there were some calls, and I'm not a big sports guy anymore, even though I'm back into the sports cards. But football kind of was my game for the longest time, and I dropped out just because it's been crazy. I just haven't liked it the last 5-6 years. And so anyways, I haven't been watching. But it really looked like in this game that there were a lot of blown calls. That went against the 49ers. It was like the NFL wanted Kansas City to win that game.
Yeah, he's in your poster boy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel bad for the people that bet money on that game and sad to sit through a lot of those blown calls. So, but I don't know. I'm not a betting guy. So.
Me too.
Yeah, I didn't bet. That's why.
I do play. Sorry, Pete.
Oh, I just said I didn't bet. That's why I picked it right.
Yeah,
exactly. Because it didn't matter. Yeah, if I had bet, I would have picked it wrong, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm that same way.
Murphy's Law.
Yep. All right, let's get into pickups. Dino, you ready?
Yeah, I'll go first. Let's
do it.
I got a bunch of stuff here. So I bought cards, like I always do. I bought Kobe cards. So it's just an 0203 Fleer. Let's see if I actually can get it decent. So 0203 Fleer card, no big deal. And then I bought this for like $10. It's just this upper deck rookie kind of, right? So
yeah,
that one. I got these from Mr. Betsy. Got a bunch of comics, so don't adjust your screens. It's actually comics. The new Mutant Souls, right? And then I got he gave me this one, which is Dying is Easy #1.
That's a cool cover.
One-stop shop. So, and then same thing with this one. It's Power Rangers Turtles, one-stop shop. So that was cool.
Hey, Dino.
Yeah.
Do you know I own the original art for that New Mutants?
Oh, do you? Oh, yeah. You
I own the painting,
right?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that Sienkiewicz?
It is, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
You own that? I totally forgot about it. Did you show us that last couple weeks ago?
I think I might have. Yeah. When my son was in the video.
Yes, in your hot cold video. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you got a lot of good actually OA because you got that Jenny Friesen OA. You got a whole bunch of good OA.
Yep. Yeah,
So
I love that. I love that cover.
this is a good box. This is I bought a I don't know if you guys listened to the last show. I bought a unbox or CGC like surprise box. So like there's like 31 boxes. So I don't even know what's in here. So we're gonna find out.
Ooh, here we go.
That's the one.
It
That's
could be
fun.
the big boy books were Sabrina, Madhouse 22 Sabrina, and something
Ooh,
else.
nice.
But it was I think $70 shipped. It's only one book. He said it's up to $55, the value of the books. So we'll see what that all means because somebody's version of 55 books. I bought number 6, so we'll see what that means. So,
You got to pick your number.
yeah, you have to pick your number. So we'll see.
Big winner, no whammies.
I'm not even gonna look at it. I'll look at my phone. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Avengers 87 at 6L.
Yeah.
It's not a bad book.
Oh.
It's not a bad book, but 6.0. How much did you pay for it?
Theoretically $70 with shipping, 50, and then 12 or 15 for shipping or whatever it was.
I think that's probably what that's worth.
Grading fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's honestly not terrible. I mean,
It's a great
it looks
cover.
like it's been pressed, so I can't. There's nothing you're gonna do. It's not like a 6.0 is gonna jump to a 9 or something. So.
True.
And then look
It's a nice looking book, though.
What are you doing, bud? And then my cat's enjoying the box right now. Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, it was cool. I mean, I highly doubt I was gonna get the just a blind buy. I mean, I was like, we'll see. We'll take the old gamble. I haven't bought a real comic in a while. So
Well, we talk about those mystery boxes quite a bit, where I don't think very many of us have jumped in, but every time we talk about mystery boxes, we bring up that Discovery Bay video, which was absolutely amazing, where he pulled that Hulk 181 out of the mystery box. It was freaking glorious.
I've never done one of those. I'm terrified to do them.
I do. You know what's funny? I have good luck, but I don't have that great of luck. I mean, they had one where they were razzing Incredible Hulk #1. I mean, but the buy-in was like $400 or $500 a spot, I think, or something like that. And he was doing a bunch of mini razzes and all this shit. I couldn't get in.
Yeah, I've seen too many like dollar books get opened up in some of those mystery openings to go. I don't want to invest in that.
Yeah.
I only have one quick pickup. This is going to be for our next trade or Flipside table breaks. I got one of those Bowman 2019 jumbo boxes. Now this has 3 autographs per box, and so let me explain to people why I'm still buying this 2019 Bowman product, because we'll get into it a little bit later, but the new stuff is getting ready to start hitting shelves for 2020. But the reason why this is 100% spec for me, and I'm breaking the rule on spec wax because I'm going to be opening it. But the reason why is because this has the very first Bowman card of Wander Franco, who is that 18-year-old prospect for Tampa Bay. And the 2 cards you want to basically get are the first Bowman card and the regular rookie, which usually their rookies come 2 to 3 years after their first Bowman card because they spend time in the minors.
Yeah.
But so the reason why I'm saying this is because you have a chance to get not only the first Bowman card, the regular, but there's autograph versions. And there's other cards in here that have autographed versions available of like the top prospects like Tatis, Guerrero, all those guys. But if that Wander Franco kid turns out to be a stud like Juan Soto and Acuna and some of these guys that are going crazy, I could see that first Bowman card just blowing up. So it's 100% spec buy. So we'll see. But you never know. But that'll be on a Table Breaks episode coming up. So all right, and that's my my pickup. You got anything, Mike?
Yeah, I went a little off my normal stuff for the week. I guess I went Golden Age quite a bit this week, and nothing hugely important, but I got a nice early Detective 108. It's not in the greatest shape. It's got a couple of big chips in it, but I got it really, really cheap. I think it's the first bat signal on a cover, which is pretty cool, and it's just a good cover. So that one. And then also this with it at the same shop. Guy just got a random grouping of Golden Age. I think this is technically first Punch and Judy, if anybody cares about that. But I just like the cover, that Infinity logo cover. Just looks cool to me. And again, it was super cheap, so I couldn't not do it. And then these I just picked up yesterday, just because I took a gamble on some foreign stuff for the first time. So Mexican/Spanish variant Spider-Man's obviously a first Carnage, and then that McFarlane #1, which is I don't know, I'd never seen them before, and I had to get them. They were just too cool.
You were talking about the McFarlane issue. Can you hold up that McFarlane issue again? Because I want to see. There's like that little. What is that square? Right,
3D patch kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That's printed right on the cover. That's not a sticker or anything weird. That's just there. Was there a splash there? Some sort of a blurb on the real cover? They're trying to cover up or something?
Oh, is it bag?
No,
is that bag? Is it poly bag?
No.
No, okay.
No, it's here. I can take it out of the bag and board if you want.
No, you don't have to. I was just wondering, like, because you were asking about if it was covering up something. I wonder what that's weird. It's cool. It brought my attention to it, so I don't know what it is. Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. A sticker? Is that a sticker? Maybe there used to be a sticker there.
There is no sticker currently there.
Okay, so maybe there used to be a sticker there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there could have been, like, right over that little spot. It doesn't appear. There doesn't seem to be any residue. If they got it off nice and clean.
That is a beautiful cover. I've never seen that foreign. I like that a lot. I'm gonna have to buy that. I'm gonna have to find that. Now you got me searching more foreigns. God damn it!
And I had stayed away. I managed to stay away somehow until I found these. I had to get them. I thought it was cool too. I had to buy it. But the big boy for the week is this guy. I finally got a timely Captain America. I know it's a little dim in my room, but it's so I don't have too much glare. It's a number 53. It's a Schomburg cover. It's 2.5, so it is what it is. It's not, it's not burning the house down, but I always wanted one. I never thought I'd have one. And this is a really solid copy of a really great cover. So
absolutely.
So this is my prize for the week. I mean, I paid for it, but I got a really good deal on it. So it was from a local guy. He was looking to make some money for a different book that he just picked up, a big boy book, and he was trying to sell off some of his sort of like middle of the road stuff. To him, that was middle of the road, I guess. I don't know, not to me, but
middle of the road.
Yeah,
Golden Age, middle of the road.
Yeah, different strokes, man. Yeah, so it was a good Golden Age week for me. I also picked up a Wonder Woman number 76, I think it was, that I was paying off on a layaway. So yet again, another Golden Age book. So damn Ben C getting me into all the Golden Age. Now I can't stop myself. It's a disease.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, brother. Anytime I see them, I got to buy them if they're cheap. So,
I love it now, though. I can't stop.
What you got there for us, Peter?
Well, trying to follow that.
I know. We did you dirty, dude.
Sorry.
I got oddball stuff for you. First is a book. I'm on the low grade side, so I finally got First Mephisto. It's only 3.0, but it fits right in with my FFs, my first surfer and whatnot, the 48 to 50 run. I got them really well.
Shows really well.
Yeah, exactly. So 3.0, it's mine. I don't care.
I still haven't been able to find that book, a copy of that book, any grade.
Yeah, I was looking for it for a while, and that one popped up, and I said, all right, it's mine. And then yesterday, hunting out at the flea market, I grabbed some magazines. So I got this Frazetta Epic #1. Wasn't too bad. Issue 3 is the first Dreadstar.
And that looks like a decent condition.
Yeah, that was not bad. It's got a little bit of a subscription bend in the middle, but I can press out if I really wanted to. And then
that cover's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Heavy metals. This one caught my eye.
Oh,
Ooh, that's nice.
oh my god!
So, had to grab that, and this one more I'll go, but I have to cover it up because there's a little bit of nudity on the cover. So
Oh, that's
That's
beautiful.
a wraparound too. So this is a really nice cover. Yeah, so I found this at the flea market. I had to grab them. And then my last thing is I finally got my Darksaber here.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
So I had to
I'm
get
so jealous of that.
This is mine, and the 7-year-old that this is not his. This is my toy. So I bought this for myself.
When
So
did that
cool.
come out? I haven't even seen those yet.
It's an old costume toy. It's like a Ruby's, like a Halloween costume thing from a while back.
They released the Darksaber that long ago?
Yeah, it's been around a while.
Yeah, because Pre-Vizsla used it in the show.
And that's usually how you find it listed. If you're looking for it like on eBay, you'll find it like under the Pre-Vizsla. You won't find it under just Darksaber all the time.
Is there a secondary
Search
market
all
for
pre.
that?
Yeah, some sell cheap and some sell like $100. Like I was able to find that one was like I think 25.
Wow.
And then shipping. But yeah, some have sold pretty high because depending how you list them, it catches people's eyes. They saw the ending of Mandalorian, they jumped all over it. So there's money to be made if you can find some of this oddball stuff.
Also, the way you spell Vizsla too in your search, be aware that you spell it Visla, Vizla, Viszla, which I think is the right way to spell it actually. And then you'll get different hits. So you might get a nice cheap one if somebody spelled it wrong.
Exactly.
That brings up a quick question that I got two guys that are writing for Toy Informer, so it's not as much toys, but we kind of started off earlier before the show talking about Sideshow and because of the Baby Yoda and all that stuff.
God, that thing's beautiful.
Yeah. And so here's where I'm getting at. I remember back in the day that they came out with the lightsabers that were like real, that made the sounds and stuff, and they had the big thick hilts. And now a different company took over, and they have the regular size hilts. Does that sound right?
Yeah, the early Master Replicas wave, the first wave of Master Replica sabers were big, and then even they on their later ones were better sized, but also still just a touch oversized. And then when Hasbro took it over and did their whatever they called it, their signature line, their Black Series signature line, they sized them supposedly correctly, and they're a fair amount smaller. I have the original Master Replicas Luke Empire Strikes Back, and I've been able to compare it to the Signature Series one, and it's a fair amount bigger. The other thing too is that the Master Replicas one was all metal. The Hasbro or whatever, the Hasbro ones are some of those parts are plastic. So I don't know. I mean, they are a little off size, but they are nicer if you can get your hands on one. Yeah,
I remember when they first came out with, there was two of them that they came out with that I really wanted. Obviously, when they first came out with the double Darth Maul one, and that you could actually put together, and then
that's awesome.
I bought the Mace Windu one.
That's a beautiful saber.
Lightsaber, gotta have a purple lightsaber. But I think over the
that one briefly.
Over the years, it's kind of dulled color, so it's almost like a light blue now, which is kind of a bummer. But anyways, I'm bringing that up because you showed the Darksaber, and there is a those replicas, including some of the miniature replicas that Master Replicas put out. Those were so beautiful.
Really expensive.
Yeah,
and they're really expensive. Some of them are like $400, $500, $600.
Yeah, and
it's unbelievable.
I remember about 10 years ago. So those Master Replica miniatures were really, you had to, they were hard to find on any secondary market. You had to get them from Master Replicas. And they were expensive out the gate. They were like, I don't know, $50 to maybe $50 a piece or something like that. And
they were.
At one point, you could find the miniature ones at freaking, it was called Tuesday Morning, I think. I don't know if they have it out by you. But it's like a secondary.
Like a discount store.
Yeah, and they had tons of them. And I would call all the Tuesday mornings around the area. Hey, do you have any of the Master Replicas? Yeah, come on in. And they'd be like, which one do you want? Give me them all. Just give me them all. It was like $10 a piece.
Yeah, you had to.
I'm jealous of you guys with these stores. Tuesday Morning, half price books a million. I don't get any of this around me. I'm on the flea market for everything.
I
Flea
kind of would
markets are
take that.
creeping.
Yeah, I would take the flea market over. Like, I got a second in Charles, and I have a BAM, but
Another
my
one.
BAM, my Books a Million is not that great. I mean, and it's a little bit out of ways. I mean, and second in Charles is like an hour away from me, so I mean, it's not like it's like down the street.
True.
We
You have
have
5 and belows.
No. Oh yeah, I got Five Belows. Yeah, but you go there and like, I don't live in the greatest area, but I go to Five Belows and every comic book is just, I mean, the packages of the 5 are just ripped, and they're like looking through them from variants that probably worth $10. Yeah,
They're still looking for that ultimate Fallout variant. I think they're still going to find it.
long gone.
I have half price books out here in Phoenix, but the problem is that some of them quit doing comics. They don't even deal with them anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, my BAM doesn't. I think they're all done, right? BAM.
Yeah.
Doing their fried pies and all that. It's all
Yeah,
done.
you can do graphic novel. They have graphic novels and trade papers, so they have. So.
Still.
To get back to that Baby Yoda, how many of you guys are actually? I know Deno talked about he's putting it together in his head to try and figure out an excuse to buy it.
No, the wife wants to see. I don't know. I mean, the good thing about it, it's like it's $56 for the layaway program or whatever. So it's not like you got to drop $350 right off the bat. I mean,
that's
pretty good too.
It's gorgeous, but man, that's above my pay grade for an action figure.
Yeah,
that'd be the first one I ever bought. I'm not in the action figure game. I can't. I never thought about it. Like,
I don't even know you would put that. Like, I don't have a good spot for something like that. Put it on the mantle, it'll get all dusty eventually, and it'll be like an old dusty
one of those, like jeweler cases, kind of, and he puts all his figures in there. It's still like it has like a little door you can open up, and but I don't know, man. I got so much crap around here. I mean,
yeah, that'd be too much glass.
I have a couple of statues, but they're taking up the real estate that I've got. A couple of Wonder Woman statues, and then shocker, the Jenny Frison one, the Adam Hughes one, and then I have that I guess it's the Gotham City Garage one with her leaning against the motorcycle, which I got cheap in it now. So that's an expensive statue now, but I couldn't have paid $350 for them.
That book's still pretty expensive theoretically. The Gotham City, the bike one with the Batgirl on it.
It's funny because JJ Maxwell asks, has anyone seen or have the hand built lightsabers from Galaxy Edge Workshop? And what he's talking about, for those of you guys that don't know, is at Disney World and Disneyland. I think they have Galaxy Edge. Do they have them at Disney World?
Yeah, I think they have them at both now.
Okay, so they have a Star Wars section, which is huge. Star Wars, all these cool Star Wars areas. But one of the cool things you can do is you can literally go in and build your own lightsaber from the hilt, from the crystal all the way up, and totally they've got like, all these different parts that you can, customize your lightsaber. You can pick the color. You can, if you want to go like super lore oriented, you can choose different lore things, and it's really cool. I want to say they're like 200.
Yeah, they're 200. I've seen there's like a menu, like a parts menu, and they're all based around. I'm not sure. Am I the only one that played Jedi Fallen Order? But the Jedi Fallen Order game is set up the same way. Like, as you find parts around the different planets, like if you find a new sleeve, it'll say like honor and justice and power and like all those kinds of things. And then that's the way the menu set up at Disney is you have like the honor and justice section, and then you have the power section, and then you choose your pieces from those, and then construct your lightsaber. It's a pretty cool way to do it.
Yeah, that's
and they're like $200, and they're all metal supposedly.
Yeah, they're supposed to be pretty well built.
And I guess supposedly, and I guess the crystals are like blind boxed, I hear, so you don't know what color you're gonna get, or at least on some of them.
That sucks.
So, because there's like a yellow, there's a black.
Get that money.
I was just gonna say yellow and black. Those are the two that I'm going for, right? Just because I remember, growing up and reading the books and the comics, those are the rare ones, right? I mean, I think only one person ever had a yellow one or something like that, if I remember correctly. So Anyways, it's pretty. This is a great freaking comment when we were talking about the baby Yoda sideshow. I freaking love it. You can play Elf on the Shelf with it. So there you go, Joe.
We were talking about it because the boy will be 4 months, I think, in October. And we're like, what are we going to dress up as a first Halloween costume? I said Baby Yoda.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So.
Very cool.
No doubt.
All right. Let's get into some of the big news for, I guess, one of the bigger news stories, right? I think that we've seen the last couple of days is the commercials, the previews of the, what are they? They were just for the Disney shows, right? They didn't show any movie stuff. Well, they showed Black Widow. So anyways, there was a lot of Marvel trailer previews that we saw on the commercials for Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think?
I didn't even know it was coming. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I didn't
either.
And I was really surprised when they popped up. It was cool to see some of that WandaVision footage, and that's the thing that interested me most because it looked different to me. Seemed like they kind of short-ended Loki a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe a little.
Yeah, but
I think why though is because I think Loki is going to be. I think they're going to use a lot of his, like, where he can change into different actors and stuff. And I don't think Tom Huddleston, I don't know how you say his last name, is going to play much of a Loki in there. You know what I mean? So they probably didn't show much of. They can't show because when you think Loki, you think of that actor. They're not going to show the other people.
that's true. It's kind of spoilery if they do that. Plus, it's all
they might not want to give things away.
Yeah,
the effects that it would take. They probably haven't finished those effects yet.
Yes. Well, one of the crazy things that I saw that I'm going to look it up. Actually, you know what? Let me look it up while you guys talk about. They showed the WandaVision. They showed Bucky and Cap. They showed Black Widow. What else did they show? Is that it? Oh, Loki.
Okay.
I think that was really it.
That's all I remember seeing. Yeah.
Yeah. No Eternals footage or anything like that yet.
So the one that, and this is the crazy thing I was telling the guys before the show. I'm pretty sure I saw what I saw, but you guys we'll look it up, but I'll talk about it real quick while I look it up. It's one of the slides during when they were showing the Bucky, Loki, WandaVision stuff. It looked like it was a scene, and it was somebody holding a gun at the guy that plays, I'm forgetting his freaking name again, the guy that plays Magneto, Fassbender. And it looks like he was popping all the bullets out of the gun. And if that's the case, why are they showing that? Is that how they're bringing? Maybe I don't
remember seeing that.
Yeah. Okay. So
I hope you're right. I didn't see that, but I didn't look for that kind of thing either. I hope you're right.
Yeah, I liked him too. Magneto, he was one of the good castings they had in the Fox
my
series.
favorite. Oh, he was so good, man. So good. That's one of the things I'm bummed about. And I thought McAvoy did a really good job as the professor.
Yeah. Me too.
All right, let's see here. So that would be what is their streaming service? Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Marvel stuff. I'm sure it was going to give me 1,000 of them. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can find this here, and I'll share my screen. We'll probably get demonetized for this, so I'm not going to play the audio. But
we're rolling so much money on this show.
I know, yeah, because we're making so much money. All right, let's see here. Let's see if this is it. All right, so it starts off. You can see what's his name grabbing. That was kind of cool when you saw him grabbing the field. Yeah, it was kind of. Right there. Did you see that? What was that?
Oh, that's Daniel Bruhl. That's Nemo.
Oh, doesn't that look like Fassbender for a second?
It did look like it for a second.
Oh man, that bummed me out. So that's what I was talking about. If you guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
There, that looks like Fassbender.
Yeah, it's fast.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was wrong. What a bummer. Anyways, but we'll continue just watching. It was kind of cool seeing them go through all the different TV things of Wanda. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, you had what? Lucy, the Brady Bunch, Married with Children looked like that was in there.
Brian's about to slam this show as the worst show ever now.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know. It was kind of cool. It was cool to see, that's for sure. It'll be interesting to see where they go. Then this just keeps playing it over and over. That's kind of interesting, so you can see all the little things you didn't miss. But at least we're getting a little bit more than what we thought, and I'm kind of. Oh, what
We were
was
talking
that?
about him.
Yeah, hold on.
I realized I have the Hasbro one, and we were talking about the sizes, the different sizes, and they are. So it's going to be really hard to show this on the screen. But this is the Master Replicas one, and this is the Hasbro one.
You can see the difference.
And you should be able to see. Well, if I line up the tops, you can see that the bottoms end very differently. That the Master Replicas one is a fair amount thicker as well. One of them's the Empire Strikes Back. One of them's the A New Hope. But I mean, they're still, but there's a lot more it's mostly metal on the Hasbro one, but there's still a lot more plastic on it. Whereas the Master Replicas one is almost entirely metal. The grips are a rubber on both, which is nice.
Start each one up.
Oh, I hope I have batteries in both of them. So this one's got. So that's the Hasbro one. Does this have batteries? This one might not have batteries. No, this one doesn't have batteries in it. This one though, and I'll tell you when it does light up, you can actually kind of see the bulbs in it. It's like a strip of LEDs that go up and down. Because this is from the first release. I don't know what year that is. It's probably a copyright on it someplace.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Like 06, 05?
04.
04, there we go.
It says on the bottom, 04. So they got the technology better on the light on the Hasbro ones. And the crashes are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
These are great toys. They really are. And they actually can take a fair beating, too.
Yeah, I saw a lot of when they were at one of the Phoenix Comic Cons, they were doing like fake fighting, the guys that were selling them, and they were going at it pretty hard, and you could see they, like you said, they can take a beating. But
some of the guys, there's a way to remove the blade, the original blade. And what a lot of guys do is they put this mechanism on the inside that actually it's like a headphone jack. And they have better blades that they insert through the headphone jack. That's like a 1/4-inch headphone jack.
Interesting.
And I guess for whatever reason, I guess it's reinforced all the way up, and they can really, really fight with those things. It's crazy. I mean, definitely some serious death blows going on in some of those fights. I've seen too. At Celebration, some of the guys were using them.
Did you go to the recent Celebration?
I did. Yeah.
What did you think?
Well, I lived a charmed life at that show. So I had a VIP badge, so all access. So I had a great time. But I'll tell you, if you didn't have a badge like that, like a press badge or a VIP badge or all access, that show is a cluster. There's so many people there. It's all lines. It's like San Diego Comic-Con. It's just, I think it probably is not a good time if you're just a regular schmo in the lines.
Yeah.
So, and I got lucky. I wasn't supposed to have that pass. I thought I was supposed to have a press badge, and I got to the counter and asked for my press badge, and the lady's like, "You don't have one." And I'm like, "Okay, well, crap, I don't have a ticket, and I traveled all the way here to do this." She's like, "Well, I can't give you a press badge because it has to be vetted through Lucasfilm, and that'll take like 2 weeks. But I do have the ability to give you this all access badge, which won't allow you to interview anyone, but you can go anywhere you want." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll take that." So she gave me that.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Shucks.
Yeah. Oh, shucks. So, cause not like I was going to interview anybody anyway, but yeah, so that worked out really nicely. But like I said, I lived a charmed life. So I'm not going to say I had the typical experience. I think the other thing that changed this year too is, and I went to the one 2 times before that, and I had a dealer badge. I was working actually with 2 different dealers in the dealer room. And during that year, the dealer people had access to everything early. And they kind of put the kibosh on that this time, because I knew a couple dealer guys that had their badges, and they were kind of ticked off that they couldn't get in lines for like pops and get in line early to go see like video game demos and try to get tickets to some of the panels and stuff. And they couldn't do it. They were not treated like guests with badges. They were treated as a separate
game.
So yeah, that's a big change. So again, I got super lucky, and I experienced a couple of really awesome moments as a result of that. But I don't anticipate that ever happening again for me.
I went to celebration the 30th anniversary celebration. So I think it might've been celebration 3. I think it was.
Yep.
And,
I was at 3 also.
That one was fun. Did you see Adam Hughes?
Are you talking about the one in Indianapolis?
No, this is the one in Anaheim.
Oh, no, I didn't go to that one. I went to the Indianapolis one.
Okay, so I think I've told this story before, but my favorite thing about Celebration 3 wasn't even Star. I mean, it ended up being Star Wars, but
We did coverage.
yeah. I mean, it was crazy though because I walked by his table and there was nobody there, and I didn't even know nobody knew he was going to be there. I don't think, and I saw him and I was like, "Holy shit, that's Adam Hughes!" And I'm like, and I just walked right up to him. I'm like, "Hey, all your sketches filled?" He's like, "Nope, you want a sketch?" I'm like, "Yes, sir, I do." So
Nice.
that was before he was doing his. A matter of fact, I think at that show might have been either that show or the following month. The show happened where the guy told him his sketch thing was full, and some guy came up and said, "My daughter, she's a huge fan of yours, and she has cancer. Can you do a sketch?" And he's like, "You know what? I'll break my own rules and I'll do a sketch." And it went up on eBay the next day, and that's when I want to say that's a story. For if you guys know something different, let me know.
That's the story I heard. That's the same story I heard. Yep.
And he's like, "I'm never doing these big, huge, sketches again. It's just gonna be a quick head sketch, and that's it."
Yep. Although I got to hand it to him, though. I kind of like that. I mean, I like that he opens up his schedule for it's usually 2 different hours throughout the day. And he just says, look, I'll do as many of them as I can get done in that hour. And they're $50 a pop. So fans can walk away with something that he drew. I actually kind of I dig it. I think it's a great thing. I have a couple of them. I mean, it's a great deal for an artist I like. It's a great way to walk out of a show without burning a huge hole in your pocket and, having something by him. I realize the face is the same almost every single time. But whatever, man. I mean, I think it's cool that the dude does that. He could just say, you know what, screw it. I'm not drawing anything for anybody.
Yep.
And instead he says, no, I'll do a little something and I'll get as many fans happy as I can in that hour. And if they miss that first hour, they can do it the next hour. And also, once you go through line and you get one, you can get back in line. He'll do another one for you as long as you make it before the hour's up.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he'll do as many as you want if you do it the right way. You just get back in line, start all over again. So I thought it was really cool. I know he sometimes gets a bad rep for, I don't know, just
being a sourpuss.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought he was great. We talked for a bit, and he was pretty cool, and I thought that was really nice of him. Where did I meet him? Atlanta Comic-Con, not to be confused with Dragon Con. I guess it's that new one they started last year, which, by the way, was a great show. And that was not this past year, but the year before he was there. That's where I met him, and I thought he was great. I really dug meeting him. He was a good dude.
Yeah. When the only thing that kind of sucked when I got my sketches, I wish I would have chose a better thing to have him sketch. It turned out good. I had him do Padme from episode 2 when she's got the chains and shit.
Oh yeah, with the ripped thing across the front. Nice.
And that's what I thought. I was like, oh, this could be great for Adam Hughes, and it's good. It's not bad. But I'll go grab it here in a second and show you guys. Yeah, let me go grab that real quick. I'll let you guys talk among.
Yeah. So no, I talked to Hughes on Instagram a lot. I mean, he's a nice guy. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But I mean, it's funny. We started to do. I think one of our concepts back on a G+ pages. We're trying to get people when we had like ultimate razzes and stuff like that, and we had razzes that went to charity, trying to get creators to actually get in. I talked to him. He said he was going to do it, and then he got busy and he couldn't do it. But I mean,
the old razzes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dude. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. So it turned out pretty good.
I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. And like, right. I mean, he, good artist can draw just about anything, but he didn't have to have any, as far as I know, he didn't have to have any. He's like, can you get me something showing me what she looks like? He drew it from memory. So he must be a pretty good Star Wars fan. So.
Wow. I think that's fantastic. I'm jealous of that. I'll tell you.
Yeah. So it's one of the grails of my collection. So
as it should be.
Yeah.
Especially since you got it done by him. Like you didn't just buy it off the web or something. I think that's great. I love it.
And like I said, a month or so later, he quit doing sketches or doing the big, full body sketches, which was crazy. So and
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. All right. Let's see here. What else have we got this week? God, there's something you were just saying, Dean. Oh, I got it. This is kind of this might be opening up a can of worms here, but we all remember the fun days of the G Plus raffles.
Yes.
And I've been seeing more and more of these. They call them waffles on Facebook now. And I don't really are people still doing the Raz raffle thing?
Yeah.
And if so you guys say this, where are you seeing them done the most?
I see Instagram sometimes.
Instagram a lot, dude.
Yeah, well,
the thing that kills me is like the new raffles, like our raffles back in the day, not to toot our own home horn, but it was like, we just had one raffle and that's what it was. These kids on Instagram are doing like mini raffles and then raffles upon raffles to get into like the main raffle and all this confusing shit. Like, okay, like a main raffle spot's $100 and these mini raffles are like 20 and you can get into that. And then you can do another mini raffle on top of that. It's like a fucking like Game 7 series to get into like the main raffle.
To get what at the end of the day? A Fantastic Four #1?
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. Like to get like a bigger book, you can get mini raffles and you're into another raffle and then you get into the main draw. It's like the playoffs. And then like you get in the main raffle, you can win it off a $20 mini raffle or some crap, I guess.
Man.
I mean
call me an old timer, but I ain't about that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I like this. That's exactly what I was going to. Yeah, I'm confused.
It makes it too complicated.
The reason I'm getting into that is because that was not only a really good way to get books, it was a really good, easy way to sell books, and you weren't. It just seemed like, man, it's real. I feel like we need that again. I feel like there's got to be a better way to do that, to where we aren't catching so much shit for it. And like I said, I'm probably opening up a can of worms here, but it just felt like it was perfect on both sides. It was a really good way to sell books, and it was a really good way to get books.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of people right now on Instagram who are making a ton of money on raffles. Who, I hate to say it, the tax man is avoiding those guys. So I mean, even with Facebook, I mean, I can't believe Facebook's still allowing auctions. Like, I know your boy Bird City Comics does auctions every week, but dude, that's a lot of money the IRS isn't getting money from. I mean,
well, is that the reason? That can't be the only reason why it's so hard, right? The tax part is. I mean, why is it so hard to? Is that it? Is it the tax thing?
Yep. Because okay, so I'll peel back the curtain a little bit. If I was a dishonest guy or a guy avoiding everything, I would just make a PayPal account for me, my wife, my brother's uncle, and just every time I hit certain limits, I would just switch to PayPal account, and then it's just tax-free money, man. I mean, especially if you're doing family and friends, no one cares, right? I mean, if you were trusted enough, obviously. Yeah.
Giving away all the secrets. I'm joking.
Yeah. You guys haven't seen my cricket update where I can make a Mickey Mantle signature on my cricket now. You want to see this, bro? I can cut cards and make them sign.
Oh no.
The reason I'm bringing it up is because I did see a couple on Facebook the other day where they're doing the waffles or whatever they call them. And it is, Deno, it is. That's one of the things that I didn't notice. They have all these mini games and these mini things, and it just seems very confusing. But it also made me instantly think, man, it was such a glorious time having those Razzes. I remember people winning. What was the big book of the back then was to win or for people to put up. I remember every time anybody put one up, that people just went crazy. Was the Losh 23, right?
23.
So this is a good example. So this is a mini for whatever this is for Pokemon cards. $5 a spot. Top 3 gets a spot on the main. Winner verified through random, right? So the top 3 get a spot on the main one, whatever main one this guy's doing. I don't even know. We'll click on this guy. We'll give this guy some love. So this guy's got a main one here. So the main one it's $10 per spot, I guess. And then you can get on a mini one. So you win a bunch of so you get a chance to, at a lower price, get into the main one. Now, $5 over $10 a spot, I really don't give a F. But I mean, when you get bigger ones where it's like millions, like, you know, it's just a $500 thing you can get in at $20 or something like that. That's more advantageous. But
Yeah.
so yeah, that's a good point. So PayPal sends out 1099s if you're over 10K, but you know, I mean,
yeah. It seems like there's definitely a people want to see more of those. At least from whenever we would talk about the Razzes, it brings up a lot of people saying, "Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we doing that?" I wish that we could find a way to get that going again.
There's a lot of books. I'll tell you right now. Back in the heyday, there's a lot of books you can get for cheap, but there's a lot of books I could sell to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have a book that's a friend's book that probably wouldn't do so well on eBay, or like you would have a hard time selling it, and it would roll through the Raz page easily.
Yeah,
like,
because people are like, "I'll pay $5 in on that."
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, especially if it's a speculative book too. I mean, a lot of people, you know, when you try to do spec books, especially, you know, it's hard. We you know, I've talked to guys all about this. It's hard when you're a speculator selling to other speculators. You know, that's the hardest thing. I mean, because speculators know, like, I'm not going to spend a bunch of money. You know, so.
Yeah,
a pyramid scam. That's funny. I wouldn't think it's a pyramid scam. It's just a cheap way to, you know, we razzed off an AM15, you know, back in the day for $2,500, and it was like, dude, I would have paid $2,500 all day if I knew what price they were going to be now. But I mean, how many people want to drop $2,500 on a book when you could, you know, what was it, like $10 spots, boys, and it was like 250 entries or whatever? I mean, I mean, it filled too. I mean, it was like the easiest way to get, you know, a slice of pie for $10, you know.
Yeah. I want a Edge of Spider-Verse land variant. I put $10 in a one.
I want a BA12 and a Walking Dead on two $20 spots in the back-to-back nights. Walking Dead 19 and BA12. Both one's 9.4 and the other one was 9.8. I mean, yeah.
It was fun, and like you said, Deno, I think that was one of the main reasons that I'm thinking about it, because, like you said, it's a really easy way to sell books that you might not be able to sell on eBay. Yeah, there's certain books that would never fill, and that's going to happen. I mean, you got to find ways to, you know, deal with stuff like that. And yeah, there's going to be people complaining and bitching, so you're always going to have that. But yeah, it just seems like it was very easy to enjoy it again. You're kind of like that gambling thing going on there, where you're taking a chance. I mean, that's why they sell these mystery boxes, right? But God, it was just it was pretty glorious when it was going strong. So maybe it's something we'll look in a little deeper on here in the future. And if you guys out there who, you know, have taken part in some of these waffles or razzes or raffles on all these different types of media, social media places, let us know what you think and some of the best places that do it right, and maybe if there's a way to get it started, we could figure out something. But
and here's a good example. This one's a better example. So this is the main at $10 or 10 spots at $250. So that's a $2,500 book, right? So you could get into a mini at $10 a piece for $25 and get a spot in the main. Probably the top spot wins it, right? Winner be chosen, yeah, whatever. So basically, the top spot wins it at $10. So for $10, you can win a $2,500 book.
Yeah, $10 to get into the spot.
Yeah,
that's interesting. That's
interesting.
Mean,
it's a gamble twice. I mean, I know
it's a main one at 2, and then they slot open for the minis.
Yep.
And the top guy in the minis gets to. All right, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, I've known guys who. You got to win it twice, though. You got to go through 2 raffles. Obviously, you got to hit a raffle on the first one, and you got to be lucky enough to get. And I've heard of it, dude. I've heard a lot of guys get bangers and hit them twice, and get a $5,000 book for 10, 15, $25, whatever it is. I mean, it's not like I've never not seen it. I mean,
there are people. One of the biggest problems is there are people that figure out ways to cheat and cheat the system. So that's another reason why it just seems like there would be a great place to have all that, most of that stuff sent like in a certain place where those things aren't going to happen. But I don't know, maybe it's a pipe dream because of all the issues that surround it. Who knows?
Yeah, it's definitely tough.
The thing is, it's like all the insurance stuff. I mean, if I had a perfect world and I had unlimited money, right? I mean, I could see it making myself a company almost like a heritage style where people would send me books, set up the raffles. I would just run raffles and, take a certain top off of it and then, send the book out, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like my comic shop, but raffles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean,
18% seller premium or whatever.
I mean, it had to be something because I mean, look at all the insurance you'd have to have. You know what I'm saying? You had to have insurance, and you're dealing with all the problems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's the shitty part is that you always have the background stuff. But man, was it a good time? Real quick, for those of you guys that don't know, we are part of CBSI crew over here. We got comicbookinvest.com, your one-stop for all your comic book collecting needs. Some of the best articles right now that on the site have been coming up in the past couple months. And we got two really great writers guesting with us today. So, but I want to give a shout out really quick as I show you the comicbookinvest.com website. I want to give a shout out to the one and only Ben C, because he's put together a really awesome master list, another master list. We talked about the Star Wars master list for first appearances that he put together, that he kind of just grabbed from everybody's, ideas, I imagine, and just kind of put it all in one place. And this Spawn master list is glorious. I'm sure he had a lot of help putting it together, but man, Ben, these master lists are great, and they're going to really help a lot of collectors out there that have it all in one place, that don't have to go and put something together themselves. But what do you guys, man? These master lists lately have been killing it.
Yeah, really, and you know what? He's taking a little flack for the Star Wars one here and there, but I think it's an unbelievable tool just to be able to call that up when you find a big bin of Star Wars, or in this case Spawn, and you don't know what you're looking at. You're like, I know there's gems in here. I don't know what they are. Here's my list, and they're huge. They're huge tools, I think.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Star Wars guy, and I don't remember all the Star Wars ones.
Yeah, exactly. I used it just this weekend. I found a little batch of Star Wars. I had to double check, like, what's in this?
Yeah, you got a nice grouping too, if I remember right.
Yeah, I got a couple of Tales of the Jedi, and then Golden Age of the Sith or something. Just nice little sets, buck a piece.
Yeah,
can't walk away from that. But at the same time, don't grab everything, because there's some stuff I don't necessarily need.
There's a lot of garbage in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's definitely coming in handy, and I'm really glad he's doing it. So we just wanted to spotlight on that real quick, the master list that he's doing. So big shout out to Ben C. And for those of you guys that don't know, make sure you guys go check out comicbookinvest.com, and a lot of cool swag that week, CBSI swag, some very cool.
I love that new shirt.
I'll throw a new shirt too. So this is a new shirt that they rolled out this week. So it's Wu-Tang. We're gonna call it the Wu-Tang variant, I guess. So, so this is the new shirt that came out this week for CBSI Swag. So obviously CBSIswag.com, and that's Emiliano and Scotty. So support the boys. Order the shirt. It's obviously it's good price. It's good quality tee. So
yeah,
and they really are too. I mean, they're really nice T-shirts.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I've got my
logo. So
what I got. I think I got one on tonight.
Yeah. Yep. I don't have one, but yeah.
This is really
yeah.
nice.
I remember when those designs first came out, and I was so stoked to see those designs. So they're really just continuing to kill it. So make sure you guys go and get yourself some CBSI swag.
Ton of stuff. So.
We got that one on right now.
$10 Comic Con.
Don't be a $10 Comic Con. We all know what's going on about that, man.
I love that.
So,
I got this one too. I like the GI Joe one.
Oh, GI Joe's awesome.
Great.
Dope one. So
yeah. So
I'm a New Yorker, so I have the CBGB's variant as well.
Oh, that's so good. So good.
So fantastic.
But, all right. Well, you guys got anything else that we can think about? We do want to give a shout. I apologize. This popped in my head before I asked the question. We want to give a big shout out and show some love to Ozzy and Jon Z. They lost their dad, this father, this last week. So we want to say we're thinking about you guys, and hopefully it is what it is. But hopefully you're getting through it, and we love you guys. So much love out to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys can think of for this week?
Peter, what are you working on for this week? What can we give us a little?
Dude, I've been working on my foreign book article for like a month now. And then I realized it's already February and I didn't do my January Wizard Rewind. So I'm going to try to get one of those two done for this
week.
You
know what's funny? When you drop that, I'll talk to Z about it. They can have you on the comic, the Safari show.
That's what got me going is their show.
Yeah, so I'll talk to Z
about it. But that show really said, you know what? I want to pick some books and
I'll talk to Z and see what he says, and I'll make sure. Just let me know when you're about to drop it, and we can we'll schedule that all in too.
Yeah, so. I'm probably gonna push that to next week. That's gonna be a little bit longer. I'll probably just try to do the Wizard thing this week because that's easy. I just flip through the Wizard, pick out some fun stuff.
That's what's great about owning the channel. This is really I can make some phone calls and
you know a guy. I know a guy. I got a guy.
Call into the bullpen and start beating that drum.
Yeah,
and that trash can. So, but we want to definitely say that make sure you guys check out the Toy Informer articles that these two guys are doing. I mean, they're killing it. So make sure you guys are checking them over at Toy Informer. It's one of the most exciting things that I check out. I try to make sure I'm seeing that there's new articles over there. As always with comicbookinvest.com, I can't say it enough. Some of the best articles in the biz. So make sure you guys check those out. And, of course, keep your eyes out for the Hot 10 list that comes out every week. And you can also check out the Hot 10 show that we do talking about that list every Friday, where you have seen these two guests on those shows as well. So
are you boys going to do a show, like a Toy Informer podcast maybe or something?
I'd love to do that. Yeah.
I'd be up for it.
Let me get my Joe Rogan on. You guys
there you go.
You guys should do a podcast. You guys need some help. Let me know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it'd be really cool, I think. I mean, like we talk minimally about action figures and old school stuff, but I mean, you guys are actually doing a damn thing. So, I mean, it would be dope, create a channel and, have people on and.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll sprinkle some dust on that and get that thing growing.
Yeah. I have a couple of interviews waiting in the wings that I did at the toy convention here in Nashville this year. I had 4 really great guests came this year.
I didn't know you were in Nashville because I was going to go to Nashville for Christmas and I didn't end up going. But next time I'm in Nashville, we'll definitely hook up.
Please let me know you're here. Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So that's coming. That's not quite a podcast, but at least it's sort of like a live thing. It was like 2 months ago that I interviewed these guys, but I'm very excited to get those interviews up on the site soon. So those are coming. That's that. And I'm about to drop a little bit of a hammer this week on cover tunes in CBSI. My article on butt covers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, buddy.
I couldn't help myself. I said it'll be in the intro tomorrow, but it's like, hey, I hope everybody had a good weekend watching the Super Bowl and hope you enjoyed the halftime show. And those two women sure look great still at 50 and 43 years old, respectively. And I'm like, oh, I got it. I know how to tie it in. Butts.
Yep.
J-Lo, Shakira, butts.
Perfect. That Valkyrie one he shared.
Big booty Gwen.
Yeah. That's not in this one, but
I don't know.
There's also.
This would be a little questionable, I think, for your article.
I don't think I can use that. There's a couple that I can't use. But.
I saw a meme today. It was if I could control Shakira control her butt as much as I can control my life right now, it'd be great. Like
seriously.
That.
Yeah, no joke. Those two women look great. Unbelievable job.
Yeah, they spend half of their days in a workout room though too to look that.
They'd have to.
Yeah.
How else could you do it?
And genetics.
Oh, you could be a Kardashian and just go get some plastic surgery.
Yeah. Butt injections.
Yeah, butt injections with cement. All right, guys. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
You
guys. Big shout out to all the Flipside crew, and we will see you guys next week. Make sure you guys check out Table Breaks, Tales from the Flipside, the Hot 10 list, Toy Informer, comicbookinvest.com, all the good stuff. We'll check you next week.